We'll set the regular call meeting October 7th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Number one, call to order, roll call. Maribel Diaz. Absent. Maria Teresa, present. Ana Maria Perez.
Present.
Ricardo Perez.
Here.
Jose Luis Ochoa.
Here.
Roel de Hoyos. Absent. And Dr. Adriana Villarreal.
Present.
We do have a quorum. Item B, Cindy, please.
Heavenly Father, as we gather today to conduct matters of business for AGUA Special, may you give us your guidance, wisdom, and knowledge to make the best decisions for the ratepayers and employees. Lord, let this meeting be productive and let your peace surround us today. We ask these things in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Item C, pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item D, public comments. Mr. Salinas.
Yes, sir. Mr. Vice President, members of the board, we do not have any public comments at this time.
Item 2, minutes. Item A, approval of minutes for the August 19th, 2024 special board meeting.
So moved.
I have a motion by Ochoa.
Second.
I have a second by Perez. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Items 2B, approval of minutes for August 26th, 2024 special
moved.
board meeting. I have a motion by Ochoa,
Second.
second by Ms. Villarreal. Dr. Villarreal. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, discussion possible action on non-standard service agreement for water to be submitted to Las Dañas Land Development LLC for the cost related to water service for Eduardo subdivision number 26, brought by a variance request by General Manager.
Yes, sir. Mr. Vice President, members of the board, we have Sam's engineering that will go over the NSSA. Just wanna remind the board that this is a subdivision that was previously approved back in December of 2022. Right, the NSSA was signed, however, the contractor did not move forward, but at this time, based on the current direction from the board, we'll move forward with this subdivision, and we'll have Sam's go over the subdivision details.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vice President, and the board.
Afternoon.
This subdivision is located on Western Road north of mile 6. It's a 16-lot single-family subdivision. We have prepared the report. The report in front of you all right now does not have the water well results. However, we did receive those this morning, and they have passed. So there is enough water pressure in that subdivision to service the area.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion by Ms.
Second.
Perez. I have a second by Mr. Perez. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, discussion possible action to approve an order from AGUA Special Board of Directors to amend Article 3 of the district rules, adding section 3-12, activation of fire suppression water meter. I'm gonna ask to move this item into executive session.
So moved.
I have a motion by Ms. Perez.
Second.
I have a second by Mr. Perez. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, discussion possible action on approval of a resolution to adopt an RFQ committee policy.
Yes, sir. Mr. Vice President, members of the board. So, I know that the board and ourselves and of course legal have been talking about the RFQ committee policy. So basically just to remind the board of the RFQ committee objective is that the objective of the RFQ committee is to provide the district with a recommendation as to which responses to requests for qualifications are most responsive to the needs specified in an RFQ. The committee composition will be of 7, of course, voting members, including 3 board directors designated by the board president, the general manager, that will be 4, right, and 3 AWASUT staff designated by the general manager, which have relevant knowledge or experience in the subject area of the RFQ that is going to be presented or reviewed at this time. And then again, we have Attached within the agenda item, we have the, committee tasks, that need to be fulfilled, for this objective, and also we have committee, rules and procedures.
Did the committee have input on this,
Yes.
in the drafting of this, Jaren?
Yes. In fact, just as background, I know that we've had several discussions about the makeup of what our policy would look like. We've incorporated some of those suggestions, both from our RFQ committee itself, as well as direction from, you know, staff and other individuals involved in the procurement, and we think this is a pretty good policy to have. It's good to have the policy. We've kind of, you know, the district has had an RFQ policy, going back to its formation, but everything has been done, just in a
Verbal.
sense of tradition rather than, you know, according to a particular policy. So what we've done here is captured essentially practice, and that way, we'll have that in writing instead of just generally, you know, we're doing this because this is how we've always done things.
So
Yeah.
move.
I have a motion by Ms. Perez. Yes.
Second.
Second by Mr. Perez. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, discussing possible action of award a bid to the lowest responsible bidder for the Sullivan Lift Station S3 pipeline project.
Yes, sir, Mr. Vice President, members of the board, the district went out for bid proposals for the Sullivan Lift Station S3, pipe project, which basically is the removal and replacement of 3 8-inch cast iron suction pipes to 3 8-inch PVC yellow line suction pipe, for such a lift station. We did receive one bid response, from Science Brothers Constructions LLC at $89,750 for this project.
Was this what you were estimating? This was the one that was gonna be like an emergency one, right?
Yes.
But we,
We
Oh,
went
you
out,
got-
we went out for bids.
uh-huh.
We did announce it, in the newspaper as well. And we received one bid response for this project.
What were you estimating before?
Before, we had requested for quotes, for this project, and there were over $100,000. So we
And,
did receive this bid.
And Mr. Salinas, that's why you have to bring it to the board
Yes.
because of the threshold, correct?
Yes, because of the threshold, that is correct. So we went through the bidding process, for this amount of project.
And they have experience in these types of projects, Science Brothers, right?
Yes,
They're the ones that did our water meter
Yeah.
on the inlet for the reservoir.
for the reservoir.
And then they did some other projects also.
They're gonna complete it in 7 days?
That is correct. Yes,
Wow.
in 7 days. They'll construct a bypass,
Mhm.
in the meantime, so they can bypass the lift station, and they'll just, remove the existing, piping system, and they'll add the new piping system, which is yellow line, more durable, material.
So move. So 89,000 is actually a good amount? It's a good,
Yes.
it's a good deal, right?
Yes.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Perez. I have a second by Mr. Ochoa. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, discussion of possible action authorizing general manager to solicit requests for qualifications, proposals for the selection of insurance agent of record for property, casualty, and workers' compensation, or authorizing general manager to extend existing contracts for 1 year.
Yes, sir, Mr. Vice President, members of the board. So currently, we have the Barrett Insurance Agency as our agent, which is a company based on Newkirk, which is the one that handles our health insurance as well. We can either elect to go through the process through RFQs, or we have the option to extend the contract for 1 or 2 years, as it is speculated on or written down on the actual contract. Right now, being our agents, we haven't had any issues as far as property using Philadelphia Insurance Company, and for workman's compensation policies, our agent is using Texas Mutual Insurance. But again, they'll have to go out, let's say for example, they'll have to go out and look for the best pricing through different insurances so that, we can get the best insurance for our daughter on that.
I just wanted to inform the board members that this Texas Mutual issued a dividend out to the customers this year, and last month AWAS had received $21,700 dividend check, which is deposited. So that was the one workman comp through this Texas Mutual comp, and we usually doesn't see that in workman comp, but they issued a dividend. And last year we received $3,000, but this year it was kind of high, 21,800.
A credit.
Yeah, credit,
For-
yes, sir.
For no insurance, no accidents or nothing like that.
Claims, yes. So that was a credit last year. This one, it said a dividend and credit combination to the customer, which was 21,700. Yes.
The agent didn't have to do anything with it. It was just proper management from the supervisors to keep everybody safe.
Yeah,
That is correct. With the less claims, we can get dividends up to Mr. Foster's mentioned.
And that goes back into the general fund?
Yes.
yes, ma'am. Let's go to general operating account.
So recommendation is to stay with the same agent. He's been
Yes.
doing a good.
They're doing a good job, and that is our recommendation to continue with the same agent. We can do it either for one, I know that the contract calls for 2 years, but we can do it for 1 year, or we can do it for 2 years.
And he's gonna go out there and find good pricing still, right?
Yeah, chop around.
He's gonna chop around.
Yes.
I would recommend a year.
A year, okay.
So move.
Second.
Okay, so I have a motion by Mr. Perez to extend it for 1 year. I have a second by Ms. Perez. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 8, General Manager's Report, item A, August financials.
Yes, sir, Mr. Vice President, members of the board, here we are, working as part of a finance consultant that will summarize our August financials.
Good evening, board. We are looking at two set of financial statement of net position and statement of revenue expense and change in net position. Our statement of net position, our total current assets is 3.2 million, which is include our cash and cash equivalent up to 961,000 currently, and then our total current liability, which include the current portion of long-term debt, which is 2.4 million, which gonna paid out this year. And if we look to statement of revenue and expenses so far, as our third quarter end, we are 2/3 of year end, and our 66% revenue is right now 63%, so 3.4% shy of the revenue forecast for this year, and our budget is up to the line 66% of the forecast, kind of 0.6% shy of the total forecast. We do have like a revenue drop on water right acquisition fee because of the drought, which is at 17%. That also little bit under driving the revenue besides the meter sales. That's any questions?
Questions by the board?
The part on other operating income was 728%. What is,
Sir, that other operating income have that $21,700 check that I just mentioned from.
okay.
And
That's
in
right there.
addition to that, the credit card fee that we collect from the customers
Mhm.
for online payment and over the phone payment, we collect $1.25 per credit card transaction, and over the window 5%. That is also go to other operating income. And besides that, some little credits that we receive from our vendors to staying them a long time, let's say Sam's Club reimbursement checks, such as that also go to other operating income.
Okay. So there was a jump, a big jump.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And the other one, miscellaneous expense, maybe you said in the previous meeting, and repairs, and attorneys, well, professional, we know what that is. But the maintenance, what was that, Robert? Did we fix something?
On the maintenance,
Yeah.
it goes back to some of the emergencies that we had. As you may recall, we had to replace the filter media here on
Here in the back?
Here on the water treatment plant.
Yes, sir.
And it's gonna, it probably is gonna show up a spike again due to the emergency that we have, or the project that we have over there in Sullivan,
Yeah.
for the S3 lift
Yeah.
station.
And we still have 2 more to fix here, right, in case?
Yes,
If one of them went out.
That's, something that we wanna budget,
Yeah.
for next year. as
Yes,
well.
sir.
To replace them.
I have a question. One of the things that you mentioned, sir, when a customer calls to pay over the phone, and if they're gonna pay with a debit card or credit card, they get an additional fee charged to them?
It's a transaction fee. We have to charge that, ma'am, because we have to pay to our credit card company for using the credit card. So yes, it's correct. That's $1.25 per transaction that customer get charged if they pay online from home or they pay over the phone. But it's because we also have to pay back to like a Chase for Visa and MasterCard and American Express separately for the using the credit card.
So we don't get to keep any of that money?
We
Question.
Positive.
Yeah, we have a net positive throughout the year, kind of tiny. We can provide that analysis.
We
And
can
to what
review
account
that.
does that go? To what account does that go, that extra money?
That's go to other operating income, kind of miscellaneous income that the credit card fees go there. And right now, as of August 31st, we still, because September's bills are still processing, but as of August 31st, if you combine everything, we have $5,300 plus. Like kind of saying everything we charge for credit card fee throughout the August and whatever we pay to our companies, we are keeping like $5,300 in our account plus compared to what we pay then, which is not much, but like a minimum we can keep.
We offset fees.
So would you say the majority of people pay with a card, with a debit card?
Yes,
Or-
ma'am. Majority of people play with the credit and debit card, and they most of pay online and IV. Our number ones are IV online payment, which people pay from credit card at home. Number second is window payment, where customer come and play at the window with a credit card. And number three is IVR payment, where they call and there is a system that you can punch in your number and you can pay that. That's like a third one. But the most popular and most used is online pay from home.
So hardly anybody pays cash anymore?
No, people also pay cash, but in a credit card transactions are over cash in a average. So I would rate credit card at 1, cash at 2, and like check as number 3 currently. And we also collecting payment through checks through Pfizer at HEB and Walmart. So they can also make a payment over there.
Okay, I was just wondering where that money went. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Any other questions? We're good. Item B, Tom Gill Inline Booster, Mr. Salinas.
Yes, sir, Mr. Vice President, members of the board, so, as part of the report for the Dunkin' Inlet Booster, the project is complete. As a matter of fact, we have the startup and training today, and, tomorrow, the actual pump is working properly. We wrap it up to 80 PSI, at this time, and of course, we'll see how much of a need, we're gonna need that pressure, so we'll be adjusting as we need.
When you gonna be out there?
We can be out there this week.
I would like to.
We were out there today, doing the startup.
I would like to go if you invite me, or,
Yes, sir. Anytime.
yeah.
So that one stayed at 80 PSI?
It's 80 we tested it at 80 PSI. And it depends on the need. If we need it, we need to ramp it up, or we need to close it at all, or we don't need it at all, we just close it and do the bypass. If we need it, we do the bypass into the pump and pump the pressure needed to the north.
And what happens on the south side of that? Are they gonna be affected when the pump goes on?
Right now, from the test that we did, it was not affecting, the pressure readings on the south side, and that's why we need to balance the needed pressure towards the north.
So that should solve the problem on Pueblo de Palmas.
That should solve, if we get low, pressure reading, then we have that, alternate, pump, so that we can push water, north.
Ability to fill
To fill
the
tanks that we
science,
have.
Dr. Science, school.
There haven't been any issues, right?
No, we haven't.
So we finally got it up and running.
It's up and running. Again, we have a startup. We have
It took us a while, but we got it done.
the training on that as well. We're gonna continue with the training and make sure we get everything right, with the electrical components and that the operator needs to handle.
Gentleman he has a question, but apparently he can ask it to you later after the meeting, or we can ask it now.
Well, that's good
Because
news.
it's- Sorry for that, sir.
No, no, you're good.
Any other questions? from the board? Item C, drought contingency plan.
Yes, sir, Mr. Vice President, members of the board, attached within the package we have, again, showing the levels of Amistad Reservoir and Falcon, Reservoir levels. As of today, Amistad Reservoir is at 27% capacity full, and a year ago from today was at 32.7, so, it went down, about 6%, more or less 5.7%. On the Falcon Reservoir, today is at 13.7, a year ago was at 8.2, so it has increased, capacity on that, and, I guess on an average, we're looking at 20%, above 20%, capacity right now, on the average, from both of them. Just to advise the board on that as well.
So on that chart you see here, 2001, it was real low,
Yes.
22 years ago.
Any other questions? Item number 9, district engineers report. Item A, net bank technical assistant agreement, solar hookups.
Yes, sir, Mr. Vice President, members of the board, we have Sam's engineering that will do a report on those next three items.
Going into the first item, the Nat Bank Technical Systems Agreement sewer hookups. So at this point, the project is roughly 45% complete as of Friday of last week. They've continued working on the circle in San Francisco Street doing the yard line connections, and they have already started doing the tank connections for Third Lane and Acevedo Lane. So we're still on schedule. Received a schedule from the contractor as well, so we know what they're telling us week to week, so that we can try to their schedule. But everything's looking good so far.
Can
And
you-
also still no issues with the water.
Here, the green again, the yellow is,
The yellow is what currently
Is-
was being reported on for this one.
okay.
Only thing that's missing on here, which is something I'm working with the contractor to get, is any additional homes that were done for this past month. We don't have the list of which ones exactly were done. So that's pending, but I'm gonna be updating that for next month's report.
Okay.
And it'll just be shown as green as well, but acknowledge this for the month update for August 2024.
And do you have this all in a spreadsheet?
This one, yes.
Like all the homes that are getting service? Anybody denying?
To my knowledge, no. But we can definitely prepare that, add that to this report if you'd like.
Yeah, just, I know that there were some issues with the last phase, and this one looks a lot smoother.
Yes.
Big difference.
Yeah. They're being connected and also the septic is being abandoned.
Yes, sir.
So,
Everything, we did have one little hiccup with just some repair work after the fact, but I got a hold of the contractor that day and said they can get there. So we'll be checking that out tomorrow, making sure that they got it corrected.
who's doing that? Mobile is doing that?
Tomorrow's doing it, yes.
So, Mr. Salinas, are they getting charged like the next month, those people that are connected?
Yes, the other residents that are getting the sewer hookup connections, once the septic tank is decommissioned and the yard line is tapped into the main line that is constructed, then we'll charge the resident. We'll set the fee of the sewer base fee, and of course the usage as well based on the consumption of the water.
Right. Like Ms. Perez was saying, there's no hiccups right to now.
On this project, as of now, no.
How many connections have you guys connected?
I think the last one that we had was 10. I'm expecting
10?
up to this point, they're up to probably around 15 or
Okay,
so.
so you barely have 10.
Yeah, very good.
And how many connections are there?
Total, off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
Close to 90.
90? Okay, well, we're just
Close to
starting, so hopefully.
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah, that's, okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Hope you're smiling next meeting.
So the ones that are greener and done, they're not getting charged yet, you're saying, right?
Yes.
Sir, when you ask anybody has questions, you're only talking about yourself,
Yes.
not us?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That
when we
was,
have questions, we can ask
No.
questions?
no, ma'am.
So then who's supposed to answer our questions? Because when we call in, we ask questions and they tell us, come to the meeting if you want answers to your
Yes,
questions.
ma'am. And that's why we have public comments.
Por eso, but when we ask in the public comments, we're told that you don't have to answer our questions.
Jared, you wanna chime in?
Yes, so we have a public comment area and we have districts, the district has a general manager here, we also have executive staff, but the district also has customer service. And so, I mean, first line is if you have particular questions about the district has customer service that are familiar with the district's operations and are the first line to address any questions that customers have. If customers don't feel that those questions have been answered, the district has email addresses that we respond to further follow-up, and the district's offices are open every day during business hours that customers can come and meet with Aqua Sud staff to go over any questions. So, but it is true. I mean, the district's board meetings have a public comment period. This is an opportunity for the public to register their comments, for the district board members to be
Right,
aware of.
comments,
Sentiment.
not questions.
However, after that, the board meeting is not a public hearing. It is a meeting for the board members to discuss business that is on the agenda. And the board members cannot comment on questions and issues of operations that are not listed on the agenda, as that would potentially violate the Open Meetings Act. So
Right.
the district is certainly welcomes public comments, and during business hours can answer customer questions. But the board cannot respond to questions by the public in a board meeting, which is separate and different than a public hearing.
And are we having public hearings, and if so, when?
Homer, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Mr. Salinas, can you get with the customer, please?
Yes.
Get her information or questions. He's our general manager, so
So he can answer my question?
after the
Sure.
meeting.
Right, after the meeting or during business hours?
Yes, it would be the one.
And I can attend that meeting if you want me to, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We'll set it
Yes,
up.
ma'am.
Moving on to item B, Geographic Information System, GIS, and mapping.
Yes, sir. So for this month, we're just gonna be reporting that all the submissions have been completed for this phase of the project. This October month, we are gonna finish out the rest of it, which will be 13 miles of sewer line in the city of Sullivan. We're already prepping for that, so we should be getting it going probably this week, as far as sending our survey team to pick up the data, and we'll process it, have a turnaround for the district this month, and we'll revisit it with the board, with the district, as far as making sure that the project, because at this point, it'll be 100% completion by the end of the month. We'll revisit it to make sure it's done to the district's satisfaction, and then revisit or clean up anything that's needed.
That's only in Sullivan?
Mostly in Sullivan, yes.
That's,
what we're focusing on.
we didn't have that, updated, no?
As far as the sewer,
The sewer, yeah.
no.
No?
As far as GIS,
Yeah.
we did not have information on sewer
Mm,
in Sullivan. We have the plans, the existing plans, but not on the GIS format.
yeah. So we can make a decision in here. You need to go out there, make sure it was lines there and all that.
Yes.
And now,
Now we have the data available, as we have meetings or
Sure.
with customers.
It'll be
and the
updated on the map.
information,
Yeah.
with Developers who have that information available, as we do have sections of the water as well. However, we're pending subdivisions, related to water and sewer
Yes,
as
sir.
well. So we wanna complete that project.
what about over here?
This year.
I mean, this side.
Over here, for now, I think our main focus was gonna be there to keep the phase in this budget. And then from there, I think there's still more sewer lines over there in Sullivan.
Mm.
And then we can also jump into Palmview, but if the board would like us to shift, maybe do half in, Sullivan and half over here in Palmview,
Yeah.
that can always be revisited, because the main idea with it was to do Sullivan mostly and some Palmview, or, from there we can also mix and match it.
Sure, very important Palmview so they can know, especially for the city, if there's a business coming in, if there's sewer and all that.
And that's updating
Sullivan is
update-
important too.
Sullivan is important too, yeah.
That's updating the Google Earth, so where you have you'll be
Yeah, I have
able
to
to
speak up
show
for
it
my
and
people.
Yes, it could
all the
be-
connections will be
Yes, it could be
available.
transferred to a KMZ file,
Yeah.
which is a Google Earth support.
We do have the water, right? The water, we do have it.
We have, I'm gonna say probably 80% of the water we have is
True.
and we're working to get it into So we separated the project into different phases based on budget.
Yes, sir.
So we'll continue with the phase two this, next year or so.
Yes, sir.
And so only we have access to that record or
We
that
have-
file, right?
We have access to that, yes. We have access to that.
Any other questions? Item C. Yes. Go ahead. I was gonna read it out.
SH 485, Veterans Boulevard, utility relocation and adjustments projects. So, before we have to do all our topography, at this point, we did submit our 30% set to the district. Everything is on schedule still, and this month we'll push forward to our 60% set. At this point is when we're gonna start getting approval, or going for comment with TechStat, and making sure with the board, or sorry, with the district to make sure everything is, everything is on schedule.
Okay. Any questions? Any questions?
This gonna be ready for when, because, the city really needs this for the project.
So our
When,
plan,
are they meeting with, who are you gonna give it to whenever it's complete?
whenever it's complete, it's gonna be given through TechStat.
Takes that.
TechStat.
Yeah,
Okay,
TechStat.
but the city's aware where we at and all that?
And I can keep the city updated as well.
Sure,
as
I mean,
far as
that's
any-
very important, because it's important to them, they wanna get this thing going.
For sure. We'll
Yes,
get
sir.
them involved.
Yes,
And we
sir.
have the open ones.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's just a matter of keeping them updated. Yeah, we can do that.
Sure. Okay.
I think maybe like bi-weekly or maybe, not, yeah, like every, especially at the end of this month, like, since you said some of it will be done in December, like going forward.
So the anticipation of the project is having all plans completed by December.
Uh-huh.
And by then, we should be, or if all goes well as far as TechStat's timeline,
Mhm.
it should be going out for bid early next year, but that's.
Yeah, I heard that there might be some delays.
Yeah, we're gonna use the days there.
Okay.
So for that, at that point, where we're getting the 100% sets in December is when we should have everyone's acknowledgement thumbs up.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
TechStat city.
I just would recommend calling them in maybe, even if it's just like a real quick update, not long meeting, not long and drawn out, but just like this is where we're at, so that way they're always in the know.
Okay, no, definitely, I'll keep on moving.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me follow up to Ms. Perez's questions, as long as the city, because apparently they're gonna, we only have for so much for fire hydrants and all that. Make the city aware, okay, now that they open the pipes, it's gonna be so much. I think there was an additional 200,000.
Right, yeah.
So make the city, they wanna put a little bit into it instead of going later on and.
That is correct, Mr. Perez. As a matter of fact, the meeting, that, Mr. Chris was mentioning, with in reference to meeting with Palmview, we did met with
Mention
Palmview.
with the hydrants.
We alerted them on the fire hydrants, and I think we're looking based on the plan and on the gaps between fire hydrants, we're looking at 20 plus fire hydrants, 22, so we met with Mr. Leo and let him know of the cost of that, he was gonna get with the city officials, to see if they were gonna be able to pay for that difference in order for us to include it in the plans and specifications, and so that it can be bid out within the same project.
Yes, sir.
So,
Have we
yeah,
seen that on
they
their
are
agenda
aware.
yet? Have they put it on their agenda yet?
No.
We might wanna call them and see.
But they are aware of that, and we met with them on those additional, those are the 25 hydrants, if I recall.
Yeah, 20.
So these fire hydrants are only for Palmview?
For Palmview, yes, on that vicinity between Abram and La Poma, on Veterans.
Okay.
For veterans project.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
we are gonna, if there's an existing fire hydrant, we're gonna replace that fire hydrant.
How many did you say? How many?
Based on the standard and under code, we're looking at 20 new fire hydrants that they need
Wow.
for that stretch.
Yes.
And for the amount that we're gonna replace from existing, there's 3, so.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item number 10, executive session, as provided by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Section 551.071-551.091, and the Board of Directors may convene in a closed executive session to deliberate, discuss, or consult regarding the matters listed below on proper motion and approval of any of the items set forth above. Under Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Section 551.071, consultation with attorney. Item A, cause number C-3353-20-I, SMB Infrastructure versus AGUA Special Utility District in the District Court of Hidalgo County, Texas, 398th Judicial Court or District. Item B, personal matters. Item C, system capacity. Item D, district property title report. And item number 4, discussion possible action to approve an order from the AGUA Board of Directors to amend Article 3 of the district's rules, adding Section 3-12, activation of fire suppression water meter. I need a motion going to executive session
So move.
at 6:36. I have a motion by
Second.
Ms. Perez. I have a second by Mr. Perez. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.